Philippians 2:5-8. In your relationships with one another, have the same mindset as Christ Jesus, who, being in very nature God, did not consider equality with God something to be used to his own advantage. Rather, he made himself nothing by taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness. And being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to death, even death on a cross. Good day, everyone. It has been a rather eventful day. For some reason, my left knee hurts. Don't know why. Whenever I bend, it's too far. I don't know what it is. Maybe I banged it on the bed in the middle of the night and didn't wake up. On the edge of the bed, because it's got like it's a day bed, so it's got a wall on one side of it. That could be it. Otherwise, I don't know what it is, but it's happened before. Going to get some food now because I'm hungry. So far today, I have gotta need to get gas too. So far today, I have applied for another opening at Fairwinds. I've emailed the person at my contact at the library, letting her know that I applied for a position as a library clerk, clarifying that I realize I don't meet the requirements as it's listed, but I gave an idea of what my seemingly similar abilities might be, and she said that she could let the person who looks at that know, but it's ultimately up to someone else above them. The drive was canceled tonight. Originally it was going to be a game night because we were out of the student center that we normally meet at. And if we got rained out, we were going to go meet in a different building in Faith Hall and just play board games and stuff inside. For some reason, it rained a lot this morning, and it was forecast to rain all day, which isn't what happened. It stopped raining fairly early. But while it was still raining, they sent out information saying, we're canceled. We're not going inside and playing board games, we're canceled. So apparently something came up to where we couldn't use Faith Hall either. I don't know what that was, but so then I throw out the idea, I let everyone know, my circle of contacts that may not know otherwise, and I say, hey, you guys want to do something else? Someone offers to go to their house, we can go to their house and have a game night. So we'll have dinner and then go to their house and have a game night or something. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out all the details of that, make sure everything's lined up, and then someone else throws out, let's do mini golf. Which isn't a good choice for me. I'm going to try and see if I can use the Starbucks gift card in my pocket to trade someone, so it doesn't cost me anything to go there, but no big deal. And so we hashed all that out, decided to call off the thing at the person's house, and then, sorry, Heather just texted me and I got distracted, and it's right there on the top of the screen. So and so we're not doing the other thing. We're not gonna go and have a game night there. We're just gonna go with the group, do what they're doing, and call it a night after that. So basically, yeah. Catch you later. Alright, I'm here at this mall. Can't remember the name of it. And we're doing some glow-in-the-dark mini golf. This is the Artagon Mall, the Artagon Orlando Marketplace. So me and Heather are the first ones here. So we're just waiting on everyone else to get here. So yeah, it should be fun. We'll see if I remember to film anything or not, but this place is glow-in-the-dark. Alright, just made it back. Bright lights. There we go. So yeah, see you guys in a minute. So that was fun. Set my camera right here. Basically, we went mini golf. We got a good deal where we could get 2 people in for $10. So basically it's $5 a person, which is pretty sweet. So there are 8 of us. We broke into 2 groups. There were 5 options of colors. Oddly enough, neither of our groups chose to play with the white. Boring. So we all chose a color. So there was someone from each of our group with each of the colors of the other colors. Anyway, in our group, I got second. The score was second place. I got 59. The other guy got 51. Heather got up in the 60s. The other group had their winner was at 54, which also beat me. So I got maybe third place. I didn't ask what everyone else's scores were, so whatever. Actually, now that I think about it, where is? Oh yeah, that's right. I gave it to the other guy. So I don't have the score sheet with me, but I was keeping score for our group. Yeah, and then afterwards we went over to Burger 21 and just chilled for a while, talked, hung out, came with different ideas and things to talk about, and headed home. And now it's a little after 10, so I'm back a little earlier than I usually am on Tuesdays. But it was still a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'll get back to you in a little bit. I'm going to go watch The Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I may come back before one of them is over to close out my vlog early enough, but it's still early now, so I'm going to watch the shows before I do that. Alright, it's getting too late, so I gotta close this vlog out so I can get it processing and everything while I'm finishing. Watch The Flash. Pretty good episode, revealing. Left a few things up in the air. Answered just a couple more questions. It's interesting. So hopefully you've been following and watching The Flash, because it's a good show. And we'll see how they close the season out. It's the first season of the show, and they seem to be taking care of a big issue that could come up later on in the show. So I'm not sure how many seasons they're planning on running the show for, to be honest. But it's a good show overall. I mean, by all means. And I like the way they do things. It's not Marvel, this is DC. They're doing a pretty good job running their television shows. Hoping their movies will follow suit. Although it'd be nice if their movies would use the same characters that their television shows are using, instead of creating a separate universe for television that's different from the than the cinematic universe that they're going to put together. So I don't like that they have someone else cast to play the Flash in a movie, in what will be a Flash movie, and Flash being on Justice League. I mean, you put the Flash in Justice League first, as long as it's the Flash that we've established, it works. Now you could argue it's an older Flash. Time travel happens and stuff in the show, so you could make that argument, but I don't think that guy looks that much older than the guy who's playing the Flash now. And the Flash typically, I think, is portrayed as a younger guy for the most part. So of course that could be because his cells regenerate faster and he heals faster. He would probably look younger for a lot longer, sort of like Wolverine in a way. So don't know what to say about that. I'm watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now, trying to figure out where they're going, the direction that they're going with stuff. This is the last episode before Avengers comes out this weekend. So next week we'll possibly see a directional shift in the show happen again. Depends on how Avengers Age of Ultron plays out and what they do at the end of this episode and stuff like that. But there's definitely the potential to see a drastic change if it's anything like what happened last year with the Winter Soldier, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and that huge thing that went down in that movie, and then an immediate direction shift that very next episode on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, I mean, they could have a delay, and it wouldn't really matter if they had a delay, and then that wouldn't have pushed people to regret not going to Winter Soldier on opening weekend. Kind of like what's happening with Flash and Arrow. They cross over. They're both DC, and they both take place in the same universe. So they cross over here or there or whatever. But something happens on the Flash, and then you watch Arrow, and it hasn't happened yet. Or something happens on Arrow, and you watch on the Flash, and that hasn't happened yet. It's just hard to pin down exactly what's going on sometimes, just because the time isn't completely conjoined just right. And so give it a couple weeks and everything will balance out. But it's kind of like, shouldn't they have done that earlier and that later if they're going to cross these guys over? And it's just hard to follow. And I understand it's 2 television shows. It's hard to manage everything together to make it all fit when they just want to put this and this together to make it work at this point in time. But that might theoretically show how a DC cinematic universe could be handled, and that would be disappointing because they couldn't. They likely to be making mistakes if they make a mistake like that on the show. Maybe not. Maybe they'll be more careful, but we'll see for sure one way or the other. I mean, people are concerned about the Batman casting because Ben Affleck already played a version of Batman for Marvel when he played Daredevil, and he did it terribly, the people say. I personally don't think it was that bad of a movie, but hey, teach their own, I guess. People hated the casting of Gal Gadot. Yeah, she's tall, I guess. She's a supermodel, so you'd expect that. And a lot of versions of Wonder Woman that you just see a tall, skinny woman. The Linda Carter version back in the 70s or 70s, I think, whenever that was going on. Yeah, Wonder Woman has super strength, but she didn't look it by any means. But then you see a lot of comic book variations of Wonder Woman where she's got like muscles bulging and stuff like that, and you gotta take the aspect of it of she's got some supernatural help, supernatural abilities. Yes, not necessarily going to reflect in the physique that she has, but at the same time, she's a warrior. She grew up in a warrior system, in a warrior world, so she's going to, at the very least, have to look very fit, probably. So, if you take all that into consideration. So, just, there are different things that come up that make me worried for the DC Cinematic Universe, but we'll see how it plays out ultimately. But Marvel doing a great job, swinging hard for the fences, going strong all the time, and we'll find out where it looks on Avengers: Age of Ultron, which I'll see this weekend sometime. I'm trying to pull a group together to do it, and I can't get people to pin down whether doing it Saturday or Sunday. Now someone is suggesting trying to go opening night, which I would gladly do. It's just probably going to be busy and hard to make work if we don't get an early enough start on it, type of thing. And the talk was going after my Bible study on Thursday to do it. So we'll see. I'm still throwing ideas out there, not getting some responses, getting some other responses, and I just want to go with a group of people. A group of people I enjoy going with, and that I would feel confident and comfortable in talking about what happens in the movie. Maybe afterwards go over to get Steak and Shake, get a shake, or someplace like that, and just talk about the movie and how cool it was and these little nuances and things. There are a few people that I know, or I get the feeling that they know quite a bit about Marvel and are super excited, and odds are they'll be the ones really wanting to go on opening night. That's hard to say for sure. So I'll be toying with ideas and stuff about that. Alright, now I've been rambling on about Marvel and DC for quite a while, because I just watched DC, now I'm watching Marvel on TV. So I don't know what's going to happen on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in this episode, and you're not going to hear from me about it probably tomorrow. I probably just won't think of it. So I'm just going to close the vlog here. Say I hope you enjoyed the vlog. The one time I remembered to vlog something, and it was all dark and glow in the darky and stuff. But I already told you about all that. So, for all my friends and myself, I'm going to say good night. Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.